Ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, and all Ghanaians joining us. Today, I present Ghana's Consumer Price Index and inflation figures for September 2025. These are more than numbers. They shape the cost of living for households, guide the choices of businesses, and inform the decisions government makes for our economy. Let me begin with the headline figures. In September, inflation stood at 9.4%, down from 11.5% in August, and far below the 23.8% we recorded in December last year. This is the lowest rate in 4 years, and the 9th consecutive month of decline. Month on month, prices rose by 0.9% between August and September. This means prices are still edging upward, but at a much slower pace than before. Let's break this down further. Food inflation dropped to 11%, down from 14.8% in August. This is important because food takes up the largest share of household spending. Non-food inflation also eased, now at 8.2% compared to 8.7% last month. Looking at goods and services, inflation for goods slowed to 11.2%, down from 13.9% in August, while services eased to 4.8%, down from 5.4% in August. Since goods make up nearly 3/4 of the basket, this decline provides real relief to households. By origin, locally produced goods remain more expensive than imports. Local inflation stood at 10.1%, down from 12.2% in August, while imported goods fell more sharply to 7.4% from 9.5% in August. The stronger cedi and lower global prices could be driving the easing import costs, while domestic supply challenges could be influencing the relatively higher inflation for local items. Inflation is not the same across the country. The Northeast region recorded the highest rates at 20.1%, while Bono East had the lowest at just 1.2%. Big regions such as Greater Accra and Ashanti recorded moderate rates, but because of their size, they contribute most to the national inflation of 9.4%. These differences remind us that supply conditions and transport costs matter greatly. What is driving inflation today? The biggest factor is food, as its sharp inflation decline is pulling inflation down. But at the same time, housing, utilities, and transport costs are putting fresh pressure on households in the short term. This mixed picture means we must stay vigilant. In closing, here are 3 recommendations. For households, take advantage and plan ahead. For businesses, use this window of stability to improve efficiency and strengthen local supply chains. For government, protect the progress by staying the course on fiscal consolidation, keeping food affordable, fixing supply bottlenecks, and tackling regional disparities. The message is clear. Ghana is making real progress, but sustaining it will require effort from all of us. Thank you very much.
Cocoa Farmers Association. Nana Ewie medase pa se wajibre na oni ebe kasa wadaroma bibia boko de.
Kidan wadaroma de che.
Me ameti he de me first a question is what yasem da ba.
I don't know. But they say, I'm not going to be a tour with them. It's
Asempa na ba. 24 hour. Nanati, ene ye krata yensa kanaban achechimu achere wa hanum si o chiremu se yenkamfo nyina no kasa bebrebe nyina na yina ye kasa se na ban nya de 128 de nyesika bia ene o se increase na aba no 400 Ghana cedi per bag. An equivalent or to 12.2% rise over the price announced in August. Nanasi with the Eniaji.
The Kano, you better honorable at Forson, say, which me are forced to the extent that still is still Forson. Am I a question for you? Then I say, now, a better so at the consent farmers was to say, it's me boy, your own modern, it's me put you near my own kata, you did two anymore. What you mean, it's so friend, what you mean, reacted to that at your mind. Now, media, the mechanic said, this is just a tip of an iceberg. So farmers have to wait, they are more ahead of us. I think, into a more problem, Eddie Bufu, Daniel Bukuku, the could be a robber, and that's Chebuya, and I said, Daniel the Magalan, if one. And next, the Brunana is time framing, Ekatem Sanana, with the Estrawa, the Enim, Neonko, Kuku, and Flint for near the SM. So far, so good, no. Yeah, can say it is good enough. Because also interventions in near my Yaha. Ivory Coast, until we don't have tourism class. Compare Ghana and Ivory Coast price. Ivory Coast for Tom. Ivory Coast for Tom, 1 million Ghana, 1 million Ghana cedi Ghana. Ivory Coast, the kind of priorities they don't get it. They don't. Ghana cocoa farmers have to be grateful. Kakra say, I buy a Bibia, I say to bomb a so much marry Bibi, Edia May. The ocean scholarship need any member of Marketing now, boom, Ivory Coast, they don't have it. But we have it here. In Ghana, yes.
I see. Nana, Nacha said the old can say Sana Montu in the Dedikai, or what Dreamuno. As I said, Coco, a Quiafonina who say, Anamontu a Yanisopa.
Perfect. There's no way I'll be vigilant about the price here by and yet, now the Ainake, what is the mechanism? Because all of us have to know the hardship that the country is getting through. And at the same time, no, know. Yani a fool. Yani Yahu counted it. Yesua said, and yet it is 400 Ghana cedi. In the history of Ghana, no, you took Kokomu 2 times that a year that. What I say, by that happened. It is estimate to say, yeah, then they say, who say, Abana Yadi, they say, Bonabaso, so Yadi. Or yes, not a consent from a station and academia. What I say, this is not something that we have to make politics out of it. This is genuine, it is clear. We have to accept it, and there are a lot of things ahead of us. I say we don't anymore.
Okay, it's per bag, you know, a free 3,228 Ghana cedi, Abidjana 3,625 per bag. Appreciated. Anna as a free tono, a free 51,660. That is $5,040. Abba a year 58,000 per ton Ghana cedi. A good.
And America say there are a lot of interventions and other things. Others can do their calculations and the rest, and then after about say, Abba is saying, no, go back to But there's so much here say there are a lot of things. That is not our challenge. If we price them a year 3,000 krona, we will understand because one. So the challenges that farmers are passing too far. It is not about even this kind of pricing and other things. Our cocoa is getting away from our hands. I'm not for the cocoa fears. Galamsey has taken a center space. It is destroying our cocoa. I concern farmers. You're fighting this Galamsey. You're converting Democrats to the farmers. And I'm looking at the Gabuso Quanta. You're about to take the plantation chips, the penny, Galamsey. Indeed, this is our main challenge. About the destruction of the cocoa trees. No, I don't know a main challenge. But with the price in it, we need to appreciate it very well because at the end of the day, you know, we go back to the university and you free them out. And that is what the government thinks. What I say, it is a government that puts all these things in place. We need to be appreciable. They are so sad because there are a lot of things that are by say that here so anyway.
Nana, some of the reasons are near Kassan say Oshebo compare Bona. A boni be wa a boama smuggling ye juma a boni be also a mako quick 40 million out of source after all ye boni ye intinadia ye pimako and as ye we are dear baby we a boa abe enough say a bema ye near to me kuye ho na ye smuggling of cocoa to ye neighboring countries no I know it's my brasiana.
And your cocoa creating a smuggle cocoa. We have a cartel that the police, if they are serious enough, if our security agencies are serious enough and very intelligent, they will arrest them and then there will be nothing called even smuggling of cocoa. Because I mean, this is BBIM. How can you tell me, say, our cocoa is smuggling? A premium and as a perfume and as a purpose. And now we have one echo. So who are those in charge? Those in charge have to be responsible for that. Because cocoa belligen over the bank, you look up on a teacher or how all bank for every. But we have cartels there. They are business and political farmers that they smuggle this cocoa in a truck. In the cocoa penny. And no penny doesn't want to wire willing. No. The amount of smuggling is there. The farmers. Price in here, people are better to say 5. That's only 3,500. Hey, 3,500, then they will move on there. This means, yes, there will be one more data of Professor Boka. If you price here, I can't say, Crano. You become one, what they make an attack. But the other no, you better muta. Wow, every day, Obia will make a data, so data of the Boka. No, you talk cocoa better 100 anything, 10,000 Ghana cedis per band. But I think, I don't come from there, but that is not how we should go. We have a process. And with the process now, I want to get and I didn't here. Because the time look and say, you may agree for the price and also, you may agree for production also, you may agree for the destruction also. What I say, our cocoa trees is being contaminated by this galamsey. It cannot have focus never home because if your cocoa is high quality, I don't know how price but not 20 years. But the same look at the galamsey and many of us deforestation equals European and am I a warning, and China here, I'm going to enter a cocoa to be man. What price no the point? Over go back, you better them. You can't see a home. Yes, a quiet, but password, illegality, if you no fine. Nothing they are ready and dead.
Nana, Abai Akosudin Shabia to Jabad as to whether Munya that direct benefits in here another matter. Oko, the release a 0.9 or say, in addition, Cocoa Board remains on track to implement the new tertiary education scholarship scheme for children of cocoa farmers in the 2026-2027 academic year. So specifically for children cocoa farmers Emma and as I say we eba momo sukupon addition in terms of scholarship. Wadaroma, how do you monitor Sa 0.9 year release we ediaba? Number 2, aban koso kan okrata say Cocoa Board ebe koso na wa supply free cocoa fertilizers, liquid and granular, free insecticides, free spraying machines, free fungicides, and free flower inducers. When you know, how do you monitor say it gets to the right person at the right time? Because most of the time, ubehuna yesi adi ayenton de tosubiem bra monsabeka nyoma mudbe hiama mujumadi amudi na yemukoko amuduama aso bebrebe no bra monsabeka sa nyoma no na ehunya na enye bre papa afi ebra mu hia se yebegugu mu fudie no so no sa bre no mu nya se no no fam. How do we check say just is not just krata entroy name over grounder cocoa farmer ne ba scholarship no ekon wampa sa infudia nioma muhia bema mukoko yetimi aye prom na na ha na so abayi no eba on time na nyesi akoy the party sem ana ebusuaku bi ana enya that edge over the majority. How do we ensure that?
With that, with the scholarship side, there's going to be replenishment. We'll meet with the Cocoa Board, and then we'll sit down and then analyze that. Me and share how do that. But coming to the agrochemicals and then input, it's an input, you're fine still being seminar work on it. And your party chairman, no computer fertilizers, and no computer in. Then can an amount for the movie, and I just an him. This year, I'm not going to say, who's here with the other check, over office for, office, one of my own card, in the woman, who you say, Ufia, for necessity that in Brodo, and best one, which in the eye. What was it again? In the Sabbath penalty. Yeah, the man for a month we've been a finish and check for any because I found Tom Bruno. I'm out quite to be quite to be no degree. Wow, if they say a stadium, check for no new management no or system. I'm at the Stiano, who's here, draw, or one of my doing the Wakatana, no by us, and I thought at the same time, I said the market can say, there's going to be a monetary in the monitor, as I said, Indiano, I didn't know why, and after all your day, 1 year. I don't know if you say Stiano, headache, and now it's
Okay, so in your estimation, that is a share bindia to Jano, Ujiri Sebibia and Amne Kwazo.
Bibia, then I'm not present, but in a for players. We are not truthful to ourselves. Unity has become a problem and politically divided. Politicians are fatigued by.
Citizen TV, Accra, Ghana. Citizen TV, the citizen's power.